Today's episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Go over and get you a free audiobook 30-day free trial over at www.audibletrial.com/nerdcave. You can be picking up Timothy Zahn's new book, Thrawn. It's freaking awesome. Or you can get Ahsoka. You can get all these Star Wars books because everybody loves Star Wars. If you don't love Star Wars, what are you doing with your life? There's over 180,000 titles, though, to choose from. You can get it on your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle. And if you have an MP3 player and what are you doing with your life, you can get that there as well. So go over to audibletrial.com/nerdcave and grab you one of those new books. Get smart. We read at the Nerd Cave. We read. Build it beautiful. Derek Daniel asks, with 343 announcing that nothing Halo 6 related will be shown at E3 this year, do you think that could potentially hurt Microsoft's conference? Maybe. I think Microsoft is going to really be pushing this year the Scorpio. That's going to be a huge focus of it. And not having Halo 6 there, that's a certain percentage of their fan base.
Yeah, they'll lose like they'll lose like a group of people. But
Halo's dwindled over the years, so I don't think it's that big of a deal, and I don't think a lot of people have faith in 343 anymore. I know the people that I've talked to definitely, like, if it was Bungie doing it, then they'd be excited for it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think you're going to see a lot of new IPs coming this year, and there's going to be Scorpio this, Scorpio that, Scorpio, or whatever they're going to freaking call it.
Hey guys, Scorpio, how's everyone doing today?
Scorpio.
Everyone's having a Scorpio good day today. Yeah, how you guys doing? Just
like subliminal messaging, all over the place. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. It does suck, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. Now, Madden NFL 18's cover athlete has been chosen, and it's going to be Tom Brady. And I'm assuming you're laughing at the
name.
Tom Brady?
No.
Goat?
Goat edition.
You know what GOAT means, right?
Nope.
Greatest of all time.
That's real great, but it's GOAT.
Yeah.
It's GOAT.
Yeah.
But I like to think if it's like you're going to be having like a bunch of little baby goats playing football.
You mean the kids?
Just goats in general playing football. Like, I'd play that game.
For the first time in Madden NFL, the cover athlete in back-to-back years are teammates as a 5-time Super Bowl champion follows last year's cover athlete, Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski. Gronk. Madden NFL 18 will release for PlayStation 4, Xbox One worldwide on August 25th, and is the largest installment and longest running sports franchise. Will be powered by Frostbite, which is a really great thing. So a lot of people are like, oh, the Madden curse is going to happen. Apparently it didn't happen last year to Gronk. Definitely not going to happen to Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Since I can't speak today. Yep.
They're
going to win the Super Bowl again. He deserves it. He's freaking awesome.
I'm excited for the commercials whenever they happen.
Yeah, they're usually really good commercials. Yep. Another guy got his face on a thing.
Sports.
Allie's like the biggest sports fan ever.
Such a big sports fan. I used to actually know a lot more about sports, but not so much.
Was that a forced thing that you need to know more about sports?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But at the time, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But now I'm just like, I'm so oblivious to everything. People are like, "Oh, the Super Bowl's happening this weekend," and I'm like, I had no idea.
I don't watch it, but anyway, NBA 2K18 release date has been announced, and Diesel himself, Shaquille O'Neal, is going to be the special edition cover. 2K has announced NBA 2K18 will be released on September 19th on PC, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. I'm curious to see how it's going to run on the Nintendo Switch because it's a pretty taxing, but they are doing last-gen consoles as well.
True.
So I'm assuming that version is going to go on the Switch.
That makes sense, yes.
Plus, it is announced that the Legend Edition will have the Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal on the cover. He says, I want to thank NBA 2K for the continued support of my basketball and broadcast broadcast career, said O'Neal. I'm excited to be on the cover of NBA 2K18 Legend Edition, and I hope my fans have a blast playing it up big man style and recreating my most legendary in-game moments. In the Legend Edition, you'll receive plenty of content, blah, blah, blah. One thing I do want to point out, if you are a 2K fan, I'm a 2K fan, this version is going to be more than the previous versions. If you get any of the special editions, it's going to be like $10 to $20 more. Each, you do like the legendary gold one, or just like the legendary one, they're $10 more. I'm sorry, Shaq, but you ain't worth that. I'm sorry.
No, I got other games I gotta buy.
Yeah. I'm going to get it, but I ain't getting one of them special ones.
Oh.
But I'm happy for him. He deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah. Bring Shaq back.
Yeah. Shaq-a-rack.
Shaq-a-rack.
Shaq-a-rack. Derek asked thoughts on Nintendo doing their own thing for E3 again this year, and will you cover their conference since they have a console that is selling this time around? Yes, we will cover.
Yeah, I mean they got new stuff coming out.
Yeah, we'll cover E3, Nintendo. Let's talk about what they're doing. Nintendo has plans for E3 2017, as detailed on their official Nintendo of America Twitter account. The company will hold the Nintendo Spotlight on June 13th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and where you'll learn more about the Nintendo Switch games, including Mario Odyssey, on e3.nintendo.com. Immediately following, Nintendo will kick off its Treehouse Live event, during which developers and members from the Treehouse will showcase gameplay from various Nintendo Switch and 3DS games. Finally, on June 13th and 14th, Nintendo will host tournaments for both Splatoon 2 and ARMS, which can be seen live from its E3 booth. So they're going to once again not do a press conference like everything else, but they will be, at that. It won't be necessarily a Nintendo Direct. They're calling it a Spotlight.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how long that means, because Nintendo Directs can be a little bit longer. So it might be just a little snip.
It's probably just a little update, like, hey guys, that's what we're doing. Cool. See you later.
Yeah. And be like, hey, you know that Nintendo Entertainment System Classic that you love? Yeah, we've canceled that. We've killed that.
So everyone enjoy E3.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we don't have unlimited resources. I want Reggie to like tell this to a child, like a very small child that's like really wanted the NES Classic.
Yeah.
Like, I want him to like break that kid's heart.
Was it the NES or the SNES?
No, the NES.
Okay.
There's rumors that the SNES is going to happen.
Okay.
But that's the only way they can like repent of the sin, is like if he breaks a child's heart on camera.
And that's what will absolve him of his sin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if he explains why he's breaking this child's heart.
Okay.
Like why Nintendo can't make more of these when they're literally like 30-year-old systems. It's not like you're pumping out the Switch. It's not like you're putting a lot of those out in the wild.
The Breath of the Wild. I guess just maybe not as many people were buying it.
No, there's a lot of people buying it.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Stop being a toy company. We've already been over this, Nintendo. Stop being those guys.
They're like, whatever, for whatever reason they chose, it had to boil down to money.
Yeah.
So it, maybe just wasn't cost effective to keep making these old consoles because they had to do stuff. I don't know. But whatever the reason is, it boils down to money.
Yeah.
They weren't getting.
But I want Reggie to apologize to a small child.
I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I want him to, like, he's a very, very, very tall man.
Yes,
I want him to get down on, like, one knee, get eye level with this kid. Like, this kid's, like, crying.
Okay, the kid's, like, he's crying. He's holding, like, some, like,
he's got like
animals.
He's got, like, a Mario, like, plushie.
Yeah, and then he's, like, holding, like, a little thing that was, like a wish list to Santa that had the NES on it, but no, he's not gonna get it because Santa's not gonna be able to get the NES anymore.
Yeah, because Nintendo screwed it up.
Because Nintendo screwed over Santa.
Yeah, Santa's coming for you. You don't want to mess with Santa. He knows when you're sleeping.
But then they'll pay him off for the Switch, and he'll be like...
He knows when you're awake. So he knows right when to kill you. Like, Santa would be the perfect assassin.
Plus, also, no one would suspect Santa.
Exactly.
And he could even be like... He could leave, like calling cards, like Christmas.
He's like ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, but everyone would think it'd be like Krampus or like Jack Frost, like anti-Christmas.
Yeah. I like that. Let's make a movie about Santa.
Let's make a Krampus movie and actually make it good. Because I actually saw that movie.
Bad.
It's bad. Like, it was enjoyable in a way that it should not have been enjoyable.
Yeah, like, it was like the, haha, this is so bad, I have to laugh.
Like, there were some okay scenes, but there were times where, because I watched it with my friend, because we were gonna watch it for Christmas, but then we never actually got around to it, so we watched it, like, back in January or February.
Yeah.
And so we decided, we're watching it, but we couldn't decide if it was a comedy or not. Like, the way that they actually did stuff, we're like, is it supposed to be like a horror movie and just happen to have some comedy bits in it, or was it like almost like a parody while still being kind of true to form? Sort of like Scream was.
Yeah.
We legitimately could not figure it out. It's...
So, going to go ahead and copyright right now.
Yep.
Santa Assassin.
Santa Assassin.
Not like Santa Slays. Like,
No.
there's an old movie, Santa Slays. Like...
Santa Assassin.
Santa Assassin. Like,
Santa Assassin.
Sant Assassin. Like Santa, but like you put assassin. Yeah. Copyright.
Copyright.
Zach and Allie.
Write it in a letter, mail it to yourself.
Yeah.
Do that stuff.
Yeah, it's ours. You can't have it. Could you imagine a being that knows when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake?
Knows if you've been good and bad.
Yeah.
It's like he knows the exact targets to get.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you've been bad.
Because think about it. Someone's like, hey, I need you to kill little Timmy over there. But then it turns out little Timmy's been good all year.
Yeah.
Then you go kill the guy who ordered you to kill him because it's like, you wanted me to kill this poor little kid.
Yeah, like, could you, like, when someone's asleep? Like, you're just like, they're asleep. This is a good time to murder them. Yeah. But if you, like, want to, like, I want this to be a challenge.
Then you try to get them when they're awake.
Yeah, you're just like...
But imagine this. So, like, we have, like, there's also, like, a protagonist of the movie, and, like, his goal is to try to stop Santa because, like, he's gone off the rails. He's gone rogue.
It's a kid. A kid sees Santa murder someone.
Yeah, so he's like, this is cool. So Santa's gone off the rails. I gotta stop Santa.
And he takes the Polar Express.
Takes Polar Express, but also, like, the thing is that, like, since he knows that Santa knows when he's sleeping or awake, he, like, forces himself to, like, stay awake all the time. And he's, like, slowly going, like, crazy.
So Santa almost becomes Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. I really want to make this movie.
Again, copyright Zach and Allie.
Anyway.
Nintendo Switch eShop now lets you store credit card info. Nintendo has added an option to store credit debit card information on the Switch eShop. The often requested change comes through the eShop's backend, meaning no system update is required, and was noticed overnight by Nintendo Everything. They also have it where you can set it up as a parental stuff where you have to have a code to put it in so your kid's not buying every freaking thing in the store.
Yeah, because you go broke.
Yep.
You go broke.
Yep. So there you go. I'm glad that they did that because that's annoying. It's just like, oh, I want to download. I gotta get the credit card back out and just. I have my PayPal set up to like everything, so that way like I don't have to like individually go and like change stuff. So I can just whatever. But, yeah, having that info like stored there, so nice. Good job, Nintendo, on that.
Yeah.
Reggie, you don't have to apologize to that kid for that. You still have to apologize for the NES.
This crying child. Wait, what if this crying child is the child from the Santa Assassin?
Santa murders Reggie.
and put one of his elves in his place. Like, they made him look like him because Santa probably has that technology.
Yeah.
And so...
at least he has magic, so...
Yeah, he has the means to do it.
Yeah.
And so, now this kid's crying, and, like, but he's not crying. What if, like... He's sad about the NES, but then, like, Reggie gets up on stage, but, like, he knows that's not actually Reggie. Like, he knows that Santa put his elf there, and so he's crying even harder because he knows the truth.
I like it. And, like, Santa on his body, like, we're taking from everywhere. Like, he has, like, every time he kills somebody, he either tattoos their name or he,
like, it pops up or something.
Yeah. So it's
kind of like Maui, like every time he gets something new, a tattoo pops up.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like he's like metal. Like that's why he wears that big coat
to hide it all.
Hide it all.
similar to like the Rise of the Guardian stand. He has like the naughty and nice tattoos on his arms, but this time it's just like the names of people he's killed.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, metal. So Europe will receive the Switch dock, but that will come with an AC adapter and an HDMI cable. So Nintendo, you do good, and then you do bad because you're like, you bloody Americans, you dirty Americans. You don't get the accessories. You only get the dock. What's up with that, Nintendo?
They want us to pay more.
Reggie,
I am curious.
you're gonna
as to why
have
they're
to
doing that.
apologize
to all of America.
all the American kids for this. Okay, I don't understand. Do you not? They must like money more. Like, and
obviously they're a company. They love money.
yeah, they do love money, and it's the same price.
That's
It's
so
the same
weird.
price.
That's really weird.
That's a dick move.
It is, but like I'm curious as
Fees
to
and May.
why.
Fees and May. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, bro. Are you saying that you not, putting your resources towards the NES Classic, you can't put some resources to give us the chords that we freaking need?
Yeah. It's later this time. We're probably gonna have to like stop going off on like wild tangents.
Yeah. Derek asks, Square Enix dropped a bombshell. Boom!
The
By
bombshell.
parting ways with Hitman developer IO Interactive. IO claims they still have the rights to Hitman, and a second season of the episodic reboot will be coming. They still need someone to publish the game, so who would you like to see them partner with? Me, since Square Enix doesn't have them anymore, I say Ubisoft snatches them up.
Okay.
I think that would be
That makes sense too.
and they would fit.
Yeah.
That would fit in Ubisoft's kind of like way they make games and everything.
Yeah.
So, Ubisoft.
Yeah, I think that'd be a smart move
Yeah.
and a sensible one.
And good luck to all the people there. Hopefully that was a peaceful parting.
Yeah, I
and
hope
not
so.
not something bad.
Yeah.
I don't like when things go bad for people. Now, Mass Effect series has reportedly been put on hold.
Yep.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Gonna be working on the new Dragon Age game. That's my theory.
Mass
And I know
Effect
I'm right.
Andromeda hadn't been received extremely well. They did put out a new patch that fixes a lot of the facial animations.
Yep.
That's good. And they also did like rebalancing of the multiplayer and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll see how long the actual support lasts. But a representative from EA said, our teams at Bioware and across EA put in tremendous effort bringing Mass Effect Andromeda to players around the world. Even as Bioware continues to focus on Mass Effect Andromeda community and live service, we're constantly looking at how we're prepared for the next experience we will create.
The new Dragon Age game.
The teams at EA Worldwide Studios are packed with talent, and more than ever, we are driving collaboration between studios on key projects.
The new Dragon Age game.
With our Bioware and Motive teams sharing studio space in Montreal, we have Bioware team members joining Motive projects that are underway. We are also ramping up teams on other Bioware projects in the development. There will be much more information Bioware has in the years
The
ahead.
new Dragon Age game. That's all they're saying without actually saying it.
Now, Kotaku reports that Bioware Montreal is now a support studio with employees not working on Star Wars Battlefront 2, instead saying the studio to help support Bioware's other games, its sources said. So Bioware Montreal will be working on patches and fixes for the Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. Blah, 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 blah. That kind of sucks because...
No, it does. It's unfortunate.
I love Mass Effect, I love BioWare. Hopefully that Montreal won't just become like a patchware type thing where they're just like fixing other people's games. That would suck because
It would,
they're talented people
Yeah,
there.
they're talented, and they joined this, this job, market to, create things, not just fix things.
Speaking of Battlefront 2, Derek asked, thoughts on Battlefront 2 having 3 times as much content as the first game? It needs it.
Yep.
Absolutely needs it.
I'm down with it. I mean, no matter what the game. If it has more content than the last one, I'm down.
Yeah, and it makes buying it like even more like, oh, I need to buy this because it has more content.
There's so much stuff in it.
He goes on to ask, if reports are true, how would you feel about Far Cry 5 taking place in the Wild West? Would it have a chance against Red Dead 2, only 3 weeks away from E3? Give your thoughts on that.
My thoughts, just because, like, I know how popular... I never got to play the first Red Dead, but I know how popular it was. If they did the Wild West, I don't think it would stand well against Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
The only Far Cry I ever played was Far Cry 3. I really enjoyed it. But it just the Wild West thing, I saw it was like an E3 drinking game, and it was like, take a shot if it gets put in the Wild West or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it'll still do well, but I think that comparatively, it won't stand up to Red Dead.
I think Red Dead will trounce it easily. I think it will do well.
Yeah.
But it won't be on the same level because people really want Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's already confirmed. I think that they might put it in there. I think Primal was okay, but Far Cry does well when there's actual guns. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens at E3, especially with the Ubisoft conference. You never know. Derek also asked, what are your thoughts on Agents of Mayhem? Did you play any of the Saint Row games? And would you like to play the game regardless of how you felt about Saint Row? I only played a little bit of Saint Row's.
I've seen like plays of Saint, not like full plays, just people doing stuff in Saints Row. I've never actually played it for myself. It's not a game I'd particularly want to play myself either.
Saints Row kind of looks like a super cartoony version of GTA.
No, that's what it is.
Yeah. Agents of Mayhem looks okay. It's not something that I'm going to like go out and buy. Like if I got a code sent to me, sure, I'll play it and give my opinion on it.
If you got a code sent to you for any game, play it.
Yeah. So there you go. Derek goes on to say, do you think it's time for a sequel to Dying Light? The original came out January 2015, and the following DLC came out in February 2016, so it's time to show what the game... Do you think it's time for the next game? Also, okay, so let's answer that.
Okay.
Do you think there will be a new Dying Light?
I don't know. I never played the first one. I knew some people who did and really liked it. It looked really cool. The game seemed really awesome. I don't know if it calls for a sequel. So.
I played a little bit of it. It was pretty fun. It was in that I'm still in that time where I'll get games and don't finish them. So it falls into that line.
Yeah.
I think it is time for a new one. It sold extremely well because it filled the market at the right point in time.
Yes.
Because it was in January when nothing was coming out, and it sold gangbusters. So if they want to do that again, this year's been a lot different because there was a lot of good games in January and February. March was good as well.
There were just so many games coming out, especially definitely March because you had Zelda and the Nintendo Switch came out. Like people were just going to that.
Yeah, and right at the end of February you got Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
So you've had all of these games. April was a little bit lighter, and then May's pretty heavy as well. So like this year has been pretty like heavy stacked in the front, and then you have your summer lull that usually happens. But again, the end of the year is going to be huge. So they need to find a place where there isn't a big game and fill that spot like they did back in 2015.
Yeah.
He also asked, do you think Mad Max game deserves a sequel? I absolutely love the game and didn't think that a barren wasteland setting could be so intriguing. # Colin was right. However, the developers on the game also work on the Just Cause series, so a sequel seems to be far-fetched to me, even though it deserves a sequel to me. Unfortunately, I don't think it didn't sell well.
Yeah, I heard that it didn't sell well. I never got a chance to buy it just because, money. I really wanted to because I loved the movie. It was really good. But, yeah, from what I heard, it didn't sell well, and usually stuff that doesn't sell well doesn't get a sequel.
Yeah, and even if it was a great game, the little bit I played of it, I've got it, haven't played it again.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't sell well, then the people that back it and financially and everything aren't going to put the money or effort to get a sequel to be coming out. So
it all boils down to that money.
Yep. So there you go, guys. If you like this, go over to Patreon. Go support us. Just like the other people did. Shout out to Keller Palmer for being our Patreon supporter. You can go over to patreon.com/nerdcave, get everything early. You can get it early. You can be one of those cool people. Be like, hey, I want that exclusive podcast. You put down that $1. You want that audio early? You put down $5. You want that video early? You put down $10. It's all good.
It's all good.
If you don't want to toss us any money, you can go over to youtube.com/nerdcavenetwork and get each segment day by day
Do it.
until Friday, where you get all of it. So there you go. You can follow us over on social medias. You can go over to audibletrial.com and /nerdcave. I am so tired.
Yeah.
And you can get a free audiobook. I said it in the beginning. Said it now.
Yep.
Thrawn, go get it.
Go.
Thrawn is my recommendation until another good book comes out.
Dang.
Yeah. That's how good it is.
That's good.
That's how good it is.
I'm very proud of us for getting through this episode because of how tired we were before we started.
Mm-hmm. Because we started with signing off.
Yeah, we started with like, hey, bye.
So.
Like, we literally sounded like, what?
Yeah. And we came up with an awesome movie idea.
We did, and I want this movie to happen. Just
And you were along for the ride.
you were, but also don't steal that movie. Copyrighted.
Yeah, it's ours.
It's
We've
copyrighted,
claimed it.
trademarked, whatever other legal things.
Blood
Are. Blood
oath.
pact. Yeah, blood oathed.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching, listening. Make sure you come hang out on May 27th at 12 o'clock, where we start our 4-year anniversary celebration. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be games. You're going to get to play with us. Yeah, that's the cool part.
Yep.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of all the live streams.
No, that would be really cool. I'll be at a convention in Orlando.
Yeah. So come hang out with us. And again, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Zach.
And Allie.
Have a week. If you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want gaming content, you can go over to Nerd Cave Gaming right there. If you want to support us, you can check out Patreon right there. If you want more videos, check them out right here. Go ahead, pick one of them. I wonder which one you're going to do. If you're going to be cool, you'd pick any of them. All 4 of them. You'd be awesome.